Hello, online crew. How's everyone traveling today? I hope very well. Today, we're talking about some tips to help you close more sales. This is a question that or a complaint, I guess, I get from a number of people in saying, I've got people in a group, but I can't get them to buy. Or I've got somebody interested, but I couldn't convert them. Or, somebody sort of said they were open to looking at some more information, but I don't know what to do next. I don't know how to close the sale. So I just want to share some tips with you in this video to get you thinking about some language that you can use and some strategies around understanding the reason that people buy. So I hope this is going to be helpful for those of you that struggle a little bit with knowing what to say, struggle a little bit with knowing how to convert somebody from being maybe open to what you've got to actually closing the sale, and just heightening your awareness of some of the psychology around what really makes people buy. So I'm just going to run through. I brainstormed a few ideas because this is a question that I get every now and again from people in my groups. I just can't close enough people. I can't get them to buy, those kind of things. So we'll run through that today. So how is everybody? Those of you that are joining me live, thank you for adjusting to the difference in time frame. I am hosting a webinar in less than 30 minutes, reviewing a whole lot of people's Facebook ads. So it means when I do that for this particular company, I have to adjust when I go live. So those of you that caught that warning yesterday and are here with me live, I do appreciate you adjusting to that. And those of you that catch the replay later, please let me know so I can give you a shout out sort of after the fact. If we haven't met before at all, my name is Helen Martin and I'm your online crew captain. So my job here is to share with you tips and strategies and tools and information regarding how to build your business online. So we have an amazing community here of home-based business owners, entrepreneurs, direct sellers, those in MLM, network marketing, digital business. And we're really learning how to leverage social media to build our business online. But more importantly, with modern strategies rather than the old traditional strategies that used to work but don't necessarily work so well now. Social media is getting very noisy. There is still a lot of people that are abusing social media for their own self-interest, and it just doesn't work that way anymore. It's not the modern way to build your business online. We need to learn how to, lead with value and attract people to us. And that's what makes it far more enjoyable to build your business. It was when people are asking about what you've got rather than you trying to push it on other people. So I will be back to my normal live time tomorrow, providing I have internet. I'll have to work that one out. I've got a note in the mail saying that they're turning off our internet tomorrow for the whole day to do some kind of works in the street. And I'm like, no, I need my internet. Because if the power goes down, my internet goes down. So I'm going to have to try to hotspot on my phone to go live. If it doesn't work on the computer, I'll do it on my phone tomorrow. We'll get there. We'll work it out. And up above, there's the details for the Organic Growth Bootcamp next week in the coaching community. Those of you in my coaching community, you're already covered. Those of you that are struggling to find the right people online, you need to grow your audience. You're looking at organic strategies. Even if you're doing paid advertising, you should always be looking to do the best things you can to grow organically at the same time. So there's a whole lot of things we're going through next week. You just need to be in my coaching community to access that. So those details are up above. So who adjusted with me with the time? We got Crystal did. Hello, Crystal. High five, Mike. How are you? Good to see you here. Crystal's a life member, as is Mike. Hello, Patricia. How are you? Life member. Have a super day. Thank you very much. We've got Adita. Good morning to you. Well, from my part of the world, sorry. I shouldn't say that to people in other parts of the world because it's not your morning. Hello, Jennifer. Lovely to see you on. We've got Emma. We've got Lynn. We've got a Facebook user. Now, those of you yesterday, did my live broadcast in the group yesterday? I couldn't find it. So I shared it later because it didn't look like it went into the social media group. Any of you, those that are aware of that, can you let me know? So I am broadcasting in 2 different places at once. One is my business page. The second one is my free group, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. Anybody is able to join that group, but you do need to just once, hopefully once, sometimes you have to do it again, but occasionally. But you need to give StreamYard, which is the piece of software that I'm using, permission for me to see who you are. So the very bottom line in the description of this video in the group, you won't see it on the business page, but in the group, it's got StreamYard.com/Facebook. You just need to click on that link and then I'll be able to see who you are. Hello, Mel. How are you? I'll admit I need to strengthen my skills in this area. I think everybody does. And even with what I share with you, with the tips in, language and what you're striving for to close more sales, it takes practice, guys. It's not something that you're going to be really good at straight away. It requires practice and you'll find your groove eventually. But it's one of those things you've got to be bad to be good. Like you might not do it well until you work out how to do it well. So it's a bit of trial and error with this one. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Olive is here as well. Hello, Carol, watching from work again. Hello, Gloria. Good to see you here. Oops, where did you go? Steph, there you are. Yes, I am here. Good to see you. We've got Charlene. Oh my, a whole day with internet. I know. So I can use my computer until it goes flat, but I'm not going to be able to power up my computer. And I can probably hotspot from my phone, the internet on my phone, until that goes flat. So it's going to be weird, but out of my control. They're doing something in the street and they need to turn the power off. So what do? I've just got to adjust. Judy and Bob, hello Heather, good to see you on. Hello Ashley, caught me live again. Woohoo, good to see you on. Crystal saying hello. Rick, what did I do with my mornings previous to joining this group? Thought I had a life. Love it, of course. Good to see all the animals there, Rick. Great to see you on. Judy and Bob are a life member as well as in my VIP mentorship program, as is Susan. Good morning, Louisa. It's 1 a.m. here. You should be asleep, Adita. So it technically is morning then. So I'm not that far off, am I? Hello, Edith. Hello, Tina. Oh, you did see it in the group. Okay. Well, when I went looking for it, it wasn't there. Hello, Beth. I did see it broadcasted. Okay, no worries. I don't know why I couldn't see it then. So thank you for letting me know. Heather's a VIP. Everybody's saying hello to everybody, which is, I absolutely love the fact that you take your time to help us in any way you can. Thank you, Ashley, because I do put time into researching things that I actually think are going to help you in your business. You are really clear today. Not so the last couple of times it was chopping in and out, so I gave up and watched the replay, which was perfect. My end, I think. Yeah, if the replay was perfect, it definitely would have been your end. So I'm glad I'm nice and clear today. I'm on day 7. I think I'm day 7 of my detox. And I've got to say I'm feeling pretty good. No coffee for 7 days. Not anywhere near the amount of food that I would normally eat, and really healthy plant-based food, nothing out of a box or anything like that. So it's not as hard as I thought it'd be, but I'm actually feeling really great. So we'll see how we go. And I've lost over 3 kilos, almost 4 kilos now, which in pounds, there's 2.2 pounds to a kilo. Is it pounds? I don't know. We work in different metrics across the world, but it's all good. It's all good. So let's get on to the content for today. So if I'm looking down, it's because I brainstormed and I got notes anywhere, so everywhere. So it's not in any sort of particular order. These are just strategies that I've put down that I know help sort of close sales and that I've used myself in my own business. And something people say to me a lot is, I've got a group, but no one's buying. So my question to people about that would be, well, what are you saying in the group? At all times regarding the sale, what we've got to remember in this day and age in 2020 is that people do need multiple exposures to get to that buying decision. So sometimes you need to be a little bit more patient than maybe you have been in the past, because it's not just about the sell. anymore. It's about building the value and the benefit of the products to get people to want to buy. So there's a bit of a relationship building. There's definitely stacking the value before somebody is ready to put their hand in the pocket. But there's a couple of things I really want to highlight. The reason that people make a purchase, there's a few predominant things here that you need to be aware of. But the main ones are when people make a purchase, like they actually think, yes, I'm going to buy something. It's because they perceive there is a value to it. And people aren't generally buying the thing. They're buying what the thing does. They're buying something in the future. So let's say it's like a weight loss products. They're buying the future, what they see for the future for themselves, or a training course. They see that, there's something that they're going to learn that's going to help them in their business. Like there's a perceived value to it. So something that I would think strongly about in your marketing and how you're pitching things to people and what you're putting in posts and groups and things like that is, are you value stacking? So value stacking is building the benefits of what it is that you are trying to sell. So it's always increasing the perceived value of what it is that you are trying to sell. So it gets to the stage where it's a no-brainer for somebody to go, I need that. They see the value in that. So this is the big difference between just going for the sale. Like there's a special on, there's $10 off, those kind of things. That's just purely going for the sale. But it doesn't mean when you do that there's any perceived value in what it is that you can offer in a discount or something like that. So we don't really want to sell the thing. We want to lead up to building the value of the thing. Now, how do you do that? When you build value in the thing, it's all about the benefits. So what is it that the thing does? How is it going to help people? If you've heard that saying in sales, it's a well-known saying in sales and marketing world, is people don't buy, the drill for the sake of the drill. They buy the drill because they want the hole. So talk about the hole, because the digging the hole is what people want. It's the drill that makes it happen. So whatever it is that you're selling, what is it that you're selling? What does that make happen? What does that do for people? What benefit does it give them? So it's not the weight loss product and the ingredients and things like that. It's the benefit of what it does. It's the losing weight, side of it. So it's really value stacking the benefits. So then when you do put up a post, maybe that's a bit more direct in a group regarding a sale, you've value stacked so much that people have come to their conclusion that's worth it. Now, the only way you're going to know how to stack the benefits and the value is to know your customers really well and what their pain points are. That's the language you want to use. So you don't want to convince anybody to buy anything, because it's going to be the wrong kind of purchase. They're probably going to want a refund. The same with building your business. If you convince somebody to join your team, they're going to cause you a lot of grief. Trust me. You don't want to convince anybody to buy anything. You want them to come to their own conclusion. I need that. That is going to be really helpful for me. Now, the only way they're going to come to that conclusion is if you value stacked and actually really drawn out the benefits that solve the problems that your customers have. So what problems do your customers have? You need to know that, and you need to listen. And how you draw that out from people is asking great quality questions. So ask a lot of questions to draw out what people are struggling with, and then use their language in your marketing, in your posts. So you might ask a question, how you feeling? Like, are you stuck at home, not getting any exercise like I am? Have you put on a few kilos or pounds like I have? Like, ask those kind of questions. And yes, it's awful, all the rest of it. I mean, I could easily say to someone right now, because this is my experience in the last 7 days, well, I'm trying something and I'm detoxing and I'm using this and that, whatever, and I've lost almost 4 kilos in that 7 days. Equate that to pounds, whatever you guys use. And I'm actually feeling great. I had headaches for a few days, but now I'm sort of coming out the other side of it. Like, you've got experiences as well and testimonials that can also help a value stack. Does this make sense? So even if you don't have your own experiences with things, with your products and whatever, you can value stack with other people's experiences and other people's testimonials and things like that. But your goal is to tap into someone's problems and emotions, because people buy on emotion. People buy things because they think it's going to make them feel better. People buy things because they think it's going to make them look better. People buy things because they think it's going to help them in their business. Like, whatever it is that you are selling, people buy on the emotion of the future. So when you use language that builds the benefit to solve the problem, then people may get to a buying decision quicker. Is this making sense? So a lot of people, when they say, I'm not getting enough sales, you're not positioning it the right way. You're not stacking the value. You're not stacking the benefits. And maybe you don't understand what your customers' biggest problems are to make that really beneficial. Okay? I'm hoping, well, yeah, Crystal, I'm just looking at the comments here. It's not about the ingredients or how it's made. Like, a lot of people use in their marketing, like it's organic and it's healthy and it's this and whatever. Like, people don't really care about that. They really don't. They care what it's going to give them, the outcome of being, cleaner and putting things on their skin that's going to make them younger and, all of those kind of things. So it's really about positioning your marketing and your posts and your conversations to value stack. So somebody can come to their own conclusion, I need that. That is going to be very helpful for me. I'm willing to try that because what it's done for other people, or what it might potentially do for me. So it's not about pushing the sale. As I said before, if you try to convince somebody that what you've got is the best thing, you're probably doing too much talking. You're trying to oversell different bits and pieces of your products, and you're trying to convince people to buy your stuff. So when it's like, there are lots of groups that network marketers start, and they might be labeled with a bit of branding on it that's not company branded, which is a good thing. But then inside the group, it's all product placement and it's all selling. So you've missed the boat. Like social media generally, with building a brand, it's all about value-based. And that, the value stacking, so somebody comes to their own conclusion that they want to buy, okay? So I'm just going to look at my notes here. So people will buy when they perceive the value, so build the value. Obviously, you want to pitch the solution, not the actual product. Solution every step of the way, and what it does, like the benefits. So the solutions to someone's problem. So know the language and the triggers of people's problems, and make sure you use that a lot in your group or your posts. Like, when people think it's going to solve the problem for them, then they will buy. So that's what you want to hone in on, not convincing somebody that your thing is the best thing. What is it actually going to solve for somebody, and really honing in on that, okay? So it requires some listening from the people in your group, some listening from the people that are on your page, your audience, wherever you are promoting yourself on social media. Ask questions and listen. Ask questions like, what are you struggling with the most in relation to whatever your little niche area is. Ask questions, ask questions regarding what your target market's biggest problems are, and then really hone in on those words in your marketing and your posts and your language and your conversations with people. So let's say somebody puts up their hand and says, yeah, I'm kind of interested, or I'm looking at something or other. The problem a lot of people do in the network marketing industry is then they jump. Like, they get so excited that somebody wants to buy something that they jump and they pound on them with a whole lot of information, videos and PDFs and this and that, and they bombard them with, we get hounded, let the tools do the talking, that kind of thing. And there is merit in that, for different reasons in network marketing, like duplication and things like that. But you don't want to be the one doing all the talking. You want to be one doing the asking. So if you manage to attract somebody's attention on social media and you get it into Messenger, then that's when you want to ask the good quality questions. What is it that you think you need? what is the thing that you're struggling with the most? If they've looked at some information, change your questions to, what did you like most about that? To convert them to the buying sort of situation, not did you like it? Somebody can go yes or no. You don't want yes or no answers. You want open-ended questions to draw out of the prospect what it is they're exactly looking for, so then you can value stack and benefit stack to what they need. But you won't know what they need unless you're asking what they need rather than pushing PDFs and videos and things like that at people. So I'm not saying they're not good. They are good, because somebody that's curious about ingredients and stuff like that, those things have their place. But you want to get to the point of knowing what somebody's biggest problem is, so whatever it is that you've got solves that problem. So then you can value stack and benefit stack, so they come to the conclusion, yes, that I need that. Okay, so it all comes back to this value, 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 value. So remember, people buy on emotion. So tap into those emotions. Use words like, I really think this can benefit you for what you were telling me earlier that you are struggling with. So put back on the person what they've already identified their problem is, and then make that a really good match. So I really think this will benefit you in what you were saying, to me before. Or say you've had a conversation with somebody and you couldn't close them. And you're like, I didn't get the sale. I couldn't close them. I didn't do a good job of that. You could go back to them a couple of days later and say, look, I've been mulling over what you were saying to me about XYZ, like their problem. And I just can't help think that this particular product or whatever would be of great benefit to you because of blah, 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 and what you told me. So you always put back on the person what it is that they told you they were struggling with, but you can't get that piece of information unless you're asking the right questions. So this is where it comes down to the classic, we're not pushing our information on people. We're not pushing the sale. We're trying to lead everything to a conversation to draw out what it is that the person's struggling with, what they're looking for, that kind of thing. So use stories and testimonials if you don't have your own, because they can be very powerful on people's experiences, because that gives you the human touch rather than a sale. So we've got to stay away from the selling side of it, although you do want to sell. You absolutely want to sell. But be a little bit classier about it in how you get to the sell. And don't complain when all you do is just push things in front of people and with a sale. Lots of people in the network marketing industry do that, and they wonder why people aren't buying. They haven't got enough perceived value yet of what it is that you are offering. So work really hard at building the perceived value of what you got. People will buy when they perceive the right value of what it is that you have. So that's what you want to work on. So remember that it is a process, multiple exposures in whatever avenue you're using, messenger, groups, posts on social media, those kind of things. Don't expect the sale first up. You might get lucky for a few times, awesome. But it generally, these days, and especially on social media, people do need multiple exposures. So every time you put an exposure out, you want that to be value stacking. Okay. What else did I have for you? Excitement and energy on your behalf. So if you're excited and you've got lots of energy about what you do, the business that you're in, the products that you've got, how helpful they can be to people, people thrive off energy, people's energy. People are drawn to people that are happy, got good stories, so you can be excited about something without being pushy. You can be excited about something and value stack without being pushy about the sale. So remember, your excitement and energy is what people are drawn to about your products as well. Not just you as a human being, but what you're offering, what you're selling, what you do. So your excitement and energy does play a big part. But just don't have the need for somebody to buy. So when you go all in with information, here's a PDF, here's a video, all those kind of things, you're telling, you're doing too much talking for the starters, because it really is coming across as that you're trying to convince somebody that what you've got is a really good thing. One of the strategies that I use in my business is I always, I want people in my business. I want people to buy my network marketing products, but I don't need any one particular person. Even if I think somebody would be awesome in my business, I don't need any one particular person in my business. So I never come across needy for anybody to buy anything off me. because then it looks like when you need somebody, they're now getting a bit skeptical. Like when, this is awesome and, you only need 2 people to get 2 people and, you're doing the whole sell convincing things. This product is awesome. It's changed my life. That kind of over exaggerated language, it creates an impression. So I speak with posture. I know what I've got. I know what I'm offering. I know what things have helped me and have helped others. And I speak with posture, and I don't need them to buy. I want them to buy. I'll value stack and give enough benefits to hopefully give them enough value that they will buy. But if they don't buy, it's all good. It's also timing, guys. Just when you want somebody to buy or join you in your business doesn't mean somebody's ready at that exact same time. So don't close doors when somebody doesn't sell when you want them, somebody doesn't buy when you want them to buy. Always keep the door open. Always, like, are you happy for us to keep in contact? And I check in with you every now and again. Awesome. And then check in with them every now and again. Timing is huge in this industry, and not everyone wants to buy when you want them to buy. So always keep that relationship building and the rapport that you're looking after the person and their best interests. It's not about the sale. It's about the relationship. Okay. But you don't need any one person. When you come off needy, people smell it from a mile away. So yes, you want sales, but you don't need any one particular sale. Even if you're not doing very well in your business and you're like, I just want some sales. I just want somebody to join my team. You might think that, but you don't want to come across that way and convince people how good your business is to get them in, because they're the first person that you'll have problems with when things don't go swimmingly, because you made over-exaggerated claims that didn't really live up to the expectations. Does that make it sense? So questions, really good questions. If somebody's already seen some information, it might be something like, what did you like best about what you saw? Other questions are, what is it that you're looking for? Another question might be, what do you think would really help you? Like, find out what the person's looking for. Find out what the person needs. If somebody's seen some information, find out what they liked about what they saw. If they say they're struggling with something, say the words, tell me more about that. What do you mean about that? Like their health or their work or money problems or whatever. Get them to do all the talking. Get them, when you say something like, tell me more about that, and they can elaborate on what their problems and their struggles are, then you can use that in your marketing for your solution for whatever it is that you have to offer. So ask really good quality questions to get the information you need to then solve their problem, and value stack what you've got and the benefits of what you've got to resolve their problem. Okay. Just remember a couple of things to finish off on. I've got 3 minutes before I get on this webinar. An assumptive close, when you've practiced it and you're good at it, is always good. Which product do you think would be best suited to you, to what you've shown? Like, or, okay, it sounds like we've covered all the bases. When would you, when would you like this delivered? Or, it sounds like we've covered all the questions that you've had. When would you like to get started? An assumptive close is a good way to speed up your closing. You just have to practice that one, but assumptive close is a really good strategy to try to master. The other thing is dealing with objections. And I always go back to Eric Worre's training with this one. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's called feel, felt, found. So just remember those words: feel, felt, found. So if somebody gives you an objection, it's a little bit pricey, or, it's, I don't really have the time to look at, this kind of business right about now. Just remember the feel, felt, found. So I completely understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I looked into this business. But what I found, with the support of my mentors and the system that we've got in place, it didn't actually take as much time as I thought it was. Or a pricing objection. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too. But what I found was, the difference that it made to me and my energy and my health and everything else, it's worth absolutely every cent. Hands down, it's better than anything else that I've tried. So just remember that it's just a really good way to handle objections to get somebody to the close. If you get those objections, the feel, felt, found. So I've got 1 minute to get on this webinar, so I really have to go. But thank you for being here with me, and those of you that are live, adjusting with me with a change of time today. I'll be back live at normal time tomorrow. Just let me know whether any of these pointers were, thought provoking for you and how you might be able to strengthen, your closing techniques. Just think about these things regarding value stacking, benefits, asking the right questions to raise the problem so you've got the solution to their problem. Okay, it's all about language and a bit of psychology here. Okay, I got to go, guys. I'll catch up with your comments later. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.